Hi, welcome to the Kibble and Hoover Podcast. This is Kibble and this is Hoover.
Yep. How you folks doing out there?
This are a relatively new thing that we're trying. We tried doing movie reviews prior to this, but this seemed a bit easier. We just do our normal thing where we just sit around and ramble on about nonsensical bullshit, just for probably a couple hours. Anyway, we're going to be chatting about summer movies, end of summer, upcoming movies that what we've seen or are going to see. The trailer for Amityville, The Awakening, Sin City Flop, a little bit about my corner of Marvel Studios, and we will review The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I've seen a couple times. This would be Hoover's
My first foray into
his first viewing. But let's start by chatting about the summer movies that we already seen. All right.
it was quite a lackluster summer.
What was the first one we saw?
Well, that's going all the way back to January.
Yeah, that's going back all the way to January.
The Lego Movie started off the year very fun. Or was that February?
I forgot when that was. That was
It had to be January because then we seen the dreadful RoboCop remake.
yeah, that so we seen Lego Movie, RoboCop. What else did we see? Shit.
Not much. We attempted to see 300 and we're like, eh.
Yeah, we walked out probably 2 minutes in. Not because it was a bad movie. We just weren't feeling it. We were just like, meh, we don't feel like this. And then we find out about the Eva Green scene. I kind of wish I stayed around for that, but you know.
Wow.
We didn't really see a lot. We meant to see a lot more, but money. Ticket prices for movie theaters are up the wazoo. Ha!
They keep rising more and more.
It's
Locally around here, the cheapest that you can get a movie ticket, well, is about $6. That's the cheapest, and then it skyrockets. I mean, if you want to see 3D, it shoots up to $15, $18 for IMAX.
Oh yeah,
It's kind of difficult to go to a movie theater anymore.
I know. We mostly just stick at home unless it's a really good summer movie. Let's see. Summer movies that I've seen. I saw Captain America: The Winter Soldier. He hasn't seen it yet. He's gonna wait till Blu-ray. But Captain America: Winter Soldier, that was really good. I love the Marvel movies. The whole universe that they built on is just incredible. Let's see.
Don't tell me that's the only summer movie.
Oh
you've
no. I saw all those really shitty horror movies that came out.
Yeah. You tell me how The Quiet Ones was, Oculus, Jinn. Exactly. No one even remembers those movies.
I don't remember them. Out of all of them, the only one I remember is, I think, Oculus, probably more so, just because of how much I did not like it. It was just like, what the hell am I watching? I don't know what's going on. Ooh, Katie Sackhoff, Karen Gillan, credits.
That's all you remember of it.
Yeah. The only thing I remember is the scene that they showed over and over again in the trailer, which was when she bites out of the apple, but it turns out it's a light bulb. And her face after she eats it is kind of funny. Oh, I just ate a light bulb. Blood. And then the last movie that we seen in theaters was
Guardians of the Galaxy.
We saw Let's Be Cops.
Yeah, Let's Be Cops.
We saw Let's Be Cops.
Let's Be Cops was pretty much forgettable. If you've seen 21 Jump Street or 22 Jump Street or any buddy cop type movie, it was that. I meant there was really not much more to it.
Yeah, there was just out of everything, there was a big tone shift that happens midway through the movie. I was like, oh, good God, what kind of movie are you making here? Other than that, was pretty forgettable. I maybe laughed like a couple times, and it was scenes that were already shown in the trailer. Then now we're getting into the probably the best summer movie we both seen. Was Guardians of the Galaxy. That was amazing.
Oh yeah, it reinstated my love of going to the movies. There was quite a while this year I did not like going to the movies whatsoever anymore, but Guardians of the Galaxy definitely reinstated my love of the cinema, especially on the big screen. Didn't see it in any of the other formats like 3D or... Did it go to IMAX? Having a heart attack. They're like, oh god, it was in IMAX. I'm in jizz.
No, I'm just breathing in, but it sounds really creepy when I'm listening in the headphones. But you'll hear it when you hear the playback. I'm not sure. I don't think it went into IMAX. I think it was just 3D, and that was it. I could be wrong about that. I'm sure people will correct us if anybody is listening. But that was probably one of the few times I've actually heard you say 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, there was nothing I thought was bad about it. I'm sure if I really nitpicked, there would be a few things here or there, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, any movie you nitpick, it's...
So far, James Gunn's filmography, I've pretty much loved or really enjoyed everything he's did, from writing films with Troma, Tromeo and Juliet, Terror Firmer, to writing the Scooby-Doo 1 and 2 film, to his own superhero movie, Super.
I had Super and Slither. That's my...
Slither. Can't forget about Slither. That had a lot of comedic elements that had me rolling.
Where's my goddamn Mr. Pibb? What was it, Mr. Pibb?
It was Mr. Pibb.
It was Mr. Pibb. And then Michael Rooker's in this one, too.
Oh, yeah. James Gunn feels like he always casts Michael Rooker in his roles.
Michael Rooker... When you hire Michael Rooker to play a role, you're hiring him to play Michael Rooker. There's nothing else he could do.
Pretty much. He plays like, kind of the same guy in every role, but that's not a bad thing.
Merle, Michael Rooker. I forgot his character's name in Slither, but Michael Rooker. Except maybe Henry. Henry was probably different, but blasphemous. I have not seen it. Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy, he was basically playing a blue Michael Rooker. With a badass fucking sentient arrow that he would whistle around. But we could talk about Guardians of the Galaxy for hours, which we might will. Wow. We might one day. Just listen. Let's see. Upcoming movies, are we?
Yeah. Upcoming movies for the rest of the year that
I think
I'm kind of looking forward to. Big Hero 6, which is... I did not know until Kibble informed me that it's Marvel. I had no idea.
It was a standalone comic series that Marvel made. It's very different from what's happening right now, especially from, I think, the team. The team was a little bit different. Baymax, the balloon robot in the trailer that you see in the movie, that you're going to see in the movie, totally different character design. He was like more of a creature, monster looking thing, and then he gets like a robot armor. I don't know. I'm paraphrasing. I have no knowledge of that actual comic series.
Neither do I, but the trailers make it look interesting. It looks like it's going to be for kids and both for adults. So.
It looks fun. I can't wait for that one. That's probably one of the movies that we're going to be seeing, and then the other one is Dumb and Dumber 2.
Dumb and Dumber 2. I believe that comes out in November.
Yeah, November. That's pretty much it. We're pretty much done with movies for this year. Like
the next few weeks, there's really nothing. And add to the fact that the movie I really wanted to see coming out this weekend was Sin City 2: A Dame to Kill For. But take 9 years to make a sequel, and no one's really interested anymore.
If flop big time. We're not into that topic yet, but we'll get there. This year, what else is coming out? I know Hobbit's at the end of the year.
There's Hobbit, the Black Annie, which is not being racist, but it's
Black Annie. It took me a moment to figure out what you just said. I was like, oh, a couple horror movies coming out. Jezebel,
Ouija,
and the
As Above, As So Below. As Above, Far Below, something that...
Oh, yeah, that
too convoluted of a name.
That movie.
Yeah.
And then it's the Conjuring spin-off Annabelle.
Oh, I completely forgot about. There's Jezebel and Annabelle all in one year.
Yeah, it's two different things.
I have a feeling people will be going to the theater thinking Jezebel's Annabelle and vice versa.
I don't think that at all. You're probably on crack or something. I I think we're gonna probably be waiting for DVD for those. I mean, I have no interest in seeing any of them.
Not really. They all just kind of look like the same old Hollywood stuff they put out with just ghosts and more ghosts.
This year for horror has been severely disappointing.
That's why I don't really watch anything that's in the big screen anymore.
I can't even think of anything that was good this year. Quiet Ones was forgettable.
I didn't really see anything horror-wise in the theaters.
Jinn was not even a horror movie. That was weird. That was just weird. The only highlight I could think of probably from Jinn was Ray Park. Ray Park being a badass. That's pretty much it.
I still have no interest in seeing that movie. It didn't appeal to me, and then it came and went so fast at the movie theaters, so...
I saw it because, I had to appease the ex-lady, and she wanted to see these movies, and I was like, no. But, you don't say that, and that's why she's my ex-lady. Anyway.
Like how you're like, we're not going to talk about real-life topics, and then you're like, yeah, ex-lady, ex-lady, ex-lady.
And, let's see here.
That's all good.
Yeah, his monitor just unfroze, or it went to sleep. And what else did we see?
We didn't really see anything.
I know. I'm going back. I'm just thinking I know we're forgetting something, and it was something.
RoboCop. I mentioned the Lego Movie. We tried 300. Guardians. Let's Be Cops. Godzilla.
Godzilla!
You forgot about your fucking Godzilla.
How did we forget about Godzilla?
Well, I forgot about it.
Asshole. Holy shit. Yeah. Godzilla and Guardians of the Galaxy are my two favorite
You can't count Godzilla as a summer movie though. It came out in May.
Yeah, May is summer.
May is not summer. I don't know what planet you're living on,
summer. Sir. May is summer. Godzilla I enjoyed, except I do agree with everybody else. I do think that he could have been in the movie a lot longer. I was thirsting for some more monster fights, but goddamn, when he roared in the theater, it was like you're going through a wind turbine or something. It was like, fuck.
Pretty much. It was.
There's a clip that's on YouTube somewhere where they took a clip of Godzilla roaring, and then it's a clip from Jackass 3 where Ryan Dunn is literally in the jet turbine and he gets blown away in the seat. Pretty much sums up how you felt in the theater whenever he roared. That would have been interesting to see in D-Box, with the moving seats. The whole entire chair just goes into an epileptic seizure.
There's no way I would ever watch a D-Box movie. I'd get motion sickness out the ass. It would be insane.
I would. I could just take a pill. We have a pill for everything. That's such an American way of saying things. We have a pill for everything.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Godzilla was good, but I'm more excited now for Godzilla 2, which is coming out in 2018.
You realize how far away that is.
I know, it's 4 years. But still.
A lot of shit can happen in 4 years. The project could get canceled by that time.
Shut up. King Ghidorah, Mothra, Rodan. All three of them in the course of this new trilogy that they're doing. It's not going to be all in one movie. Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Rodan. It's going to be spread about through Godzilla 2 and Godzilla 3. But I'm excited. I wanted this. I want to see the classic Toho monsters on the big screen. It's because Godzilla this
Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting him so excited he came and speak about how excited he is for Godzilla 2 and 3.
Godzilla was the... I actually can't say that because the first Godzilla movie I saw in theaters was the 98 one, but let's not talk about that one. Oh, so bad. Even when I was a kid, I thought, this sucks. But, pretty much, upcoming movies.
There's a lot for next year that we're
next
both
year,
excited for.
Let's talk about next year for movies.
There's Jurassic World for one, which I've always been a huge fan of the Jurassic Park franchise. Even the lackluster Part 3 and 2 for that matter, but Jurassic World I'm hoping is going to bring back the faith or the magic of the first one that Spielberg had created.
That's his most anticipated movie of next year. Mine is Avengers Age of Ultron.
I'm sure everyone's excited for that. But there's no way in hell I'm going to try to get tickets the first week that's showing.
I am. It's not as bad as you think. I mean, like...
When I was at the theater, so we sold out every week for about 3 weeks straight for that fucking film.
Oh, Avengers? Yeah. Okay. A Marvel film, a standalone Marvel film...
We'll bring in the crowd, but it's not like ape shit.
Yeah, it's not... It's like maybe the first 2 weeks you sell out a bit, but then it dies down by the third week. But an Avengers movie, I think that's going to be, well, you're fucked for the whole month, basically, for movie theater employees.
It was for the first month that movie came out. We were nonstop busy. We were slammed for a whole month straight.
It was a great fucking movie. What do you expect?
It was fun. But I sadly never got to see it in theaters because by the time it died down, I just was like, nope, I don't want to deal with that many people in the movie theater. That's
part of the experience sometimes. Even though, like, every time I saw it, right when it got to the part with the Hulk, where he's smashing Loki against the concrete in Stark's tower, and then he turns away and says, "Puny God." That every time that happened in the theater when I saw it, like until like maybe the last few times, everybody's laughter was covering up "Puny God," so you didn't actually really hear it that well. But you know, I've seen that movie way too many times. Probably as long as this video's gone on. 17 times. You've listened to us for 17 minutes. Congratulations, you have no life. I'm sorry. Please don't leave us. Next year is Age of Ultron. I'm excited for. Trying to think. Friday the 13th. I'm excited to see what direction they're going to be going for the 13th entry in the Friday the 13th franchise.
I can't believe it's
franchise.
13 films. 13.
I mean, it's like it's stopped now, right?
Nope.
You made it to the goal 13? Is that the goal? Okay,
they won't stop. Speaking of that, I don't know if it's going to happen. I never got to talk to you about this, Kibble, but did you see the teaser trailer or the what's the word they call when they try to shoot out an idea for producers?
A pitch?
I guess a pitch would be called, but for the new Final Destination movie?
Is that the
Black Ages or Dark Ages?
Yeah, that was the Dark Ages one. That was like around the time when after 5 came out. That was like around then.
So that's an old trailer?
That's an old video.
It must be recently just coming back then.
It just resurfaced. I'm hearing now it's centering around. It's like taking place in Russia. That's what I'm hearing. That's the latest thing I've heard is that it's taking place in Russia. Excuse me. A 6th Final Destination movie, I'm for it. I loved 5. 5, for me, reinvigorated hope for the series after 4. 4 fucking sucked ass.
4 was just one of those sequels that they just had the money. They wanted to keep the rights, so they churned out.
They were just like, no one's gonna watch it. Fuck it! Let's just watch more. I don't know what I'm saying. We're in a tiny trailer. It's kind of hot. Let's see what else. Leprechaun Origins is coming out pretty soon. Around
in the next few months. Yep.
Next month or so.
2 months.
2 months
from now.
2 months is that's when that Blu-ray box set comes out, or that just the Blu-ray set is coming out.
Yep, 1 through 7.
I personally will not pick it up because I've already heard reviews about Origins, and I'm like, nope, fuck this movie. They lost me right away when they said, there was a reviewer who said, he's mute, and all he does is make guttural noises and squeals, and I'm like, nope, that's not Leprechaun.
I'll still give it a shot, especially considering the box set has it anyway. And it's $35 as of right now. I'm sure it'll drop in price, but $35 for 7 films, all with new transfers and all with actual features, unlike the DVD releases.
DVD features are nice, but I really don't want my collection tainted with that horrible fucking movie.
But yet you own Hellraiser Revelations.
Yes, I do, and you know what? I beat myself up for it like all the time. But you know what? It bears the name, so I have to have it.
I know you do.
Just like Godzilla 98, I have
You're a
to
collector, so you'll pick up Origins no matter what.
See, you don't know my mind.
I do.
No, you don't. Let's see what else is there. We did hear rumors about a new Halloween movie that was coming out called Halloween: The Next Chapter. But that
you heard that news? I never even heard that.
You were at work. You were at work when this happened. The news came up, and then was quickly debunked, all in the span time of your normal work day. It was that fast. HalloweenMovies.com took it down pretty quick. They were like, "Oh, this is not true. We do not know what the whole story is of the next Halloween chapter, but it is coming." So we will probably expect to see Michael soon, but not as of right now. Last thing I heard was it was Halloween 3D.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
With Todd Farmer and Patrick Lussier. And
5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I heard the pitch for that, and I was like, I read the pitch too. There was like a script treatment that I read where it follows like Laurie Strode, and it like takes place right after Rob Zombie's H2, and right away, oh, I almost knocked over your shit. Right away, it cuts to a new group. Laurie's carted off to a hospital, a mental institution.
Doesn't she become Michael, kind of?
No.
No?
She's carted off to a mental institution. Michael's still alive. It turns out she was stabbing Loomis the whole time instead of Michael in the barn. This is following the theatrical ending to H2. Not the director's cut where Michael rips off his mask and says, "Die!" But, she's carted away off to a mental institution, and Michael slips away from the police. I don't know how, because that whole shack was surrounded. But anyway, let's fuck logic for a second there. Then it follows a new group right away, still Halloween night, and then all but one of them get killed off almost immediately within, I think, like the first 20 minutes. And the final girl of that group gets carted away to the second hospital. Michael Myers gets set on fire at some point in the mask. The half damaged mask from H2 melts to his face, and so he's got a deformed face now, and his beard burns away. Thank God. And then he ditches all the hobo gear and he dresses up as classic Myers. And so that's how they part themselves away from Rob Zombie's thing, and then they move more towards Carpenter's creation. And then the rest of the movie, I think, is him stalking around in the mental institution, Laurie Strode, and that survivor from the other group. That it's kind of, they like meet up with a whole bunch of other girls, and it's like sort of a sucker punch kind of.
I remember you telling me about this now once you said sucker punch.
Yeah, it's sort of like a sucker punch type of scenario, except they're not hallucinating and having ball-ass CGI adventures with dragons. But that's probably not going to happen. Who knows what direction they're going for. I want to know what direction they're going for Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street's in limbo ever since the remake.
Speaking of franchises like that, one that I'm kind of excited for next year is the new Amityville movie. Now, I know Mr. Kibble hasn't probably seen one Amityville horror film.
I'm sorry.
I believe this brings it up to, I think, seven Amityville-related movies, which is kind of insane. I don't know how they made it that far, but this one stars, I almost butchered her name, what's it? Jennifer Jason Leigh, Bella Thorne, Ian from Shameless. The trailer, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't that interested in it at all.
Hoover's got a hard dick for Bella
Wow.
Thorne.
No. And what's his name? Red from that 70s show is in the film as well.
Kurtwood Smith.
Mm-hmm. It just kind of looks like a hodgepodge of everything that the Amityville house and all the movies have done before it. I'm not saying it could be a bad film, but it definitely does not look like it's, theatrical material at all.
I have to check out that trailer then. Let me judge for myself, even though I have no knowledge of the franchise whatsoever.
And speaking of sequels, as we mentioned, Leprechaun and all of them before, the sequel to See No Evil actually comes out in October.
Ooh.
I know, people are that excited.
Yeah, that one. I completely, that one slipped my mind.
I didn't know if you were being sarcastic or...
I'm serious. I knew I was forgetting something that I wanted to see upcoming, but yeah. See No Evil 2, directed by the Suska sisters. Oh, that looks so tasty. Daniel Harris, Catherine Isabel. Right off the bat, you got me. They got Kane back. That's beautiful. And now he's wearing like a creepy medical hospital mask or something that with like metal chain, like a metal like harness, like keeping it together and stuff. I was like, oh my god, he's pissed and he's gonna kill Saul. The trailer was very fun. I can't wait to see that. Well, I do believe that's it for this year. Maybe for horror that I'm excited about. Oh no. This next month, the Halloween box set, the complete collection on Blu-ray, limited edition. I cannot wait to pick that up.
Don't lose your train of thought there, sir.
I don't know. You're writing stuff down, and then you're just like making me look at it. Yeah, you made me lose my train of thought.
Halloween box set. You're excited. You're jizzing.
Yeah, I'm jizzing. Halloween 6, the producer's cut, finally released on Blu-ray for the first time. I've seen it before in bootleg, but it's obviously been a while since I've actually, I've actually
watched the film again.
Yeah, but this time I'll definitely be watching it the first day I get it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's a little bit pricey, but it's definitely worth it if you're a Halloween fan.
Sure is. $120 right there. Sold. And then another Blu-ray set that I'm excited for, the Saw Blu-ray set.
Oh yeah, it's actually went up in price. It was about $18 prior, but now it's like at $25.
I'll still pick it up. I mean,
7 films under 30. It's definitely worth it.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. I want to shift genres for a second here and talk about the Marvel movies a little bit.
Pardon me.
Now, the Marvel movies, I am a big fan of the Marvel movies. Like, oh, we lost our monitor for a second there.
No, it's all good.
I'm a big fan of the Marvel movies. I love this whole universe that they're setting up. It's absolutely breathtaking. I don't think there's really been a bad film that I necessarily like hate.
Thor 2.
Hate with a passion. There's parts in Thor 2 that I like. There's not really anything that I said this is a bad movie. Iron Man 3 had its faults, but the Marvel one-shot from Marvel one-shots, the little shorts that they have in the DVDs releases, they fixed that whole Mandarin problem that I had by saying that the real Mandarin is out there and Trevor Slattery is going to get killed. Fuck yeah. I hated Trevor. Except Ben Kingsley kind of owned it. He was just doing whatever. He's out of his goddamn mind. Then everything that they're setting up for this new Phase 3 starts with Ant-Man. Ant-Man just started filming 2 days ago, and there was a production still of Paul Rudd as Scott Lang. Pretty interesting. There's already an Easter egg that somebody found in the photo.
What'd they find?
They found the soda that Stan Lee drinks in Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton. That one, they find a poster for that soda brand. That was pretty funny. Then there's about, I think, nine or seven other Marvel properties that they're going to be releasing from after Ant-Man until 2020. Some have been announced. Captain America 3 has been announced, and Thor 3 has been announced, but they haven't set the dates of which one. Actually, Captain America 3 is March of 2016. It's actually fighting against Batman versus Superman. But everything else has been just speculation. People think it's Miss Marvel, or it's Black Panther, or Doctor Strange is another one that's been announced too. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they're doing. We'll talk about DC's attempt at copying Marvel in the future, but right now we're gonna wrap things up a little bit
with our movie that we watched this evening.
With our little movie review is of Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, for me, I have mixed feelings about this movie. There's parts that I liked. There's parts that I didn't like.
Oh yeah, here too.
Yeah, the Electro thing. Electro, I think, could have been cut out of the entire movie. This should have been focused on Harry Osborn. Even though I personally, Harry Osborn is not my Green Goblin. Norman Osborn is. But, Sony doesn't know what they're fucking doing. Everything should be reverted back to Marvel Studios. But now, this is more of what Hoover thinks of the movie, because this is his first viewing, so I'm going to take it over to him.
All right, my review, or half-assed attempt of review of Amazing Spider-Man 2. Let me flash back a little bit to watching the first Amazing Spider-Man. First time watching it, hated it. Downright hated everything about it. Second time watching it, I appreciated it a little bit more. Enough to own in my collection to complete some Marvel, Marvel Blu-rays and whatnot, what have you.
Studios.
You know what I mean. The Marvel name and property. Marvel in name only.
Yes.
Mino.
But
anyways, yeah. So I was just kind of iffy with number 1. And then number 2 got announced. And I saw the cast and I was like, oh, that's, not too bad there. Now, flash forward to after watching the 2-hour and 20-minute film. I did not hate it. I still prefer Raimi's trilogy way much more than I do Mark Webb's soon-to-be trilogy. There are things that I really do appreciate about this film. It looked pretty. Special effects were decent. The suit was good. But once again, I could not care about anyone's acting in this film. Everyone I felt like was either hamming it up, or they just felt like they didn't give a shit, or they were like... Everybody looked like they just got done crying again. I've been noticing that a lot in movies. When we saw Godzilla, everyone looked like they had fucking just wept a fucking waterfall, like Niagara Falls worth of tears. And I'm like, what happened? Is you just that sad? You got allergies?
Well, in Godzilla, what happened is a giant monster just destroyed Hawaii.
I know, but still. Acting's acting, and when, I don't know.
I agree. There were some parts in there that was kind of hammy, but,
I still don't believe Andrew Garfield is Peter Parker / Spider-Man. He does an alright job once you don't see his face. Emma Stone did what she did. There's nothing to say about that. Jamie Foxx, I really did not like at all in it. He just felt way too nerdy, and
that is not even what Max Dillon's supposed to be. He's just supposed to be kind of a normal like electrician guy, but they made him like really.
I didn't think.
And the fact that they made him black, but
wow, that's being racist.
That's being kind of taboo here.
Wow. Should I get kicked us up? Hell, Kib was racist.
The title says explicit.
Wow. But I didn't think it was a bad movie. I just felt like some things could have been trimmed. Some things could have been elongated. Overall, I liked it. Like I said, I liked it better than Spider-Man 2. I guess if I had to put it, I would put
Raimi Spider-Man 2?
Raimi Spider-Man 1. This Webb's Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 3. And then go downhill with the rest.
I just think they should start over again.
I'm tired of reboots. I'm tired of origins.
Too bad! They're gonna happen!
It's always the nonsense. But overall, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10, kind of what IMDb has it right now.
7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I still have it around there, but 7.5, just because I had fun. Except, spoilers, when Gwen Stacy died, and I was like, fuck. That was a rough scene. That was violent. I like the sound when her head hit the floor. No.
Okay, Dexter.
My dark passenger.
Wow.
Just my hands cracking. Let's see. Well, we're gonna wrap things up here.
If you actually listened out there, thank you for listening. If not, this is just kind of a minor release. Every week we will attempt until probably either one of us gets too bored or too busy.
Yeah, pretty much. Or him. He's not gonna stick with it.
No, shut the fuck up.
We'll see you next week. We're gonna try and get some more news in for you. And
this has been Hoover
and Kibble. And
thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.